Real Nerds is a proud partner of the Denver Podcast Network. In the shadow of the mountains,
we speak.
Hello, everybody. I'm JD Lopez, the host of Left Hand Right Brain. It's a free-flowing, wide-ranging conversation that I have with artists doing interesting and creative things here in Denver and beyond. We talk about their personal stories, break down their creative process, and what motivates them. Spoiler alert, it's mostly spite. We talk about all these things and more while kicking back, cracking wise, and always having a good time. You can find old episodes and everything you need to know at lefthandrightbrainpod.com.
Hey, Real Nerds listeners, there's many ways you can interact with the Real Nerds podcast. You can email us at realnerds@gmail.com. You can hit us on Twitter at Real Nerds. You want to check us on Facebook? You can. Just look for Real Nerds Podcast. You want to leave us a voicemail? Just call 720-6nerds5. You want to listen to our episodes? You can check us out on Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Hi, this is Georges Genti, and you are listening to Real Nerds Podcast.
this is Real Nerds Podcast, and you are listening to Denver's premier movie review podcast. I am Ryan. With me is
Brad
and
Zach.
And every week we go see a new movie and we podcast our experience of the world. And this week we saw Rambo: The Last Blood, and so we'll see tell you if you should see the movie. That was a Stallone joke.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
subtle.
but
I liked it was subtle, though.
Yeah.
It was nice.
You looked at me like I didn't know what I was talking about.
I was just surprised, like you really laid on thick with the Stallone accent, but you just kind of skimmed the surface when you did it. So I was shocked.
Well, I didn't turn on the Stallone button on the board.
Yeah. Okay. Turn it on. I'll do it again. Boop boop. And we watched last Rambo. where I'm older in Mexico.
I'm going to turn the Cary Grant button on now. Cary Grant.
Boop. He's a man. I can't do Cary Grant really.
They drew first blood.
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, no, I can't believe it's weird when I'm gone 2 weeks.
It's weird doing the show without you and James.
I know because you need the talent. But I'll tell you a funny story. So last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, on Thursday, Laura came home from thrifting with her friend, where she goes to thrift shops, and then she said, "Look what I got." I said, "Great, some probably meth head wore those." But anyways, so Kellen was playing Super Mario Run on my phone, and so Laura came home, and she said, "Hey, I don't want to cook tonight. Can we go out to eat?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Kellen wants to go to a barbecue place in Idaho Springs called Smoking Yard. It's really good if you're ever in Idaho Springs. And so he put my phone down somewhere, and I was like, "You know what? I don't need my phone because I'm just going to dinner with my family, and I was hanging out with my kid, whatever. I mean, I really don't want to hang out with my wife and my kids." No, I'm just kidding. So I didn't bring my phone. And so I came home, and I was like, "Man, where's my phone?" And Apple Watch has a feature on it. You can ping your phone. So I look at my Apple Watch, and it has a line through it. So that means Kellen used it and left it on, so it's now no longer being able to be used. So I said, that's weird. So for 2 hours I looked for it. Couldn't find it. Put Kellen to bed. Laura went to sleep. I cleaned the whole house, top to bottom, looking for it. I never found it. So as you can see, I now have a brand new iPhone.
Ooh, is that an XR?
It is an XR. I didn't get the new ones that came out the next week. Because when I went there, so mine is usually a 256 gig one, so I can put all my music on it. But T-Mobile doesn't keep those in stock. You have to order them. So that's really stupid. So I said, you know what? I can probably manipulate some of my stuff. I don't need all my apps anymore. I was like, I need a phone for my job because I get dispatched and stuff, and they send me messages. So the lady said, well, you know what you can do is you can get a cheap phone, and then you can pre-order the new iPhone, and then you come back next week because we have a 14-day return policy. I said, okay, yeah, sure. That's not a bad idea. She says, okay, well, it's $300 down, and then she showed me the price of the new one, and it was $1,200, and I go, no. And she said, well, you know what? You're in luck because I think this is like a 64 gig one. I don't know. They just dropped $400. So this was $500.
Nice.
And so I got this one in red.
Yeah, significantly less space, though. But
yeah, that's the only bummer. And I don't understand. When I hook it up to my iTunes, it says that I have 20 gigs. When I look on the phone, it says I have 6. So I don't know where there's a discrepancy between what iTunes is telling me and what the phone is telling me.
Yeah, well, I mean, iTunes is being phased out, so I'm not even sure it's operating properly.
Yeah, I mean...
You say you had to clean the entire house to search for it.
Yeah.
I think Laura just pulled the ultimate prank on you.
Maybe. I mean, I still haven't found the phone. I have no idea. I looked through Kellen's, like, he has little toy boxes.
Did you check your front yard?
Yep. I don't know when.
Did the dogs bury it?
No, because my dogs don't really bury stuff. She drags sticks and stuff around. Lincoln doesn't. Daisy does. So I don't. And I asked Kellen what happened to it, and he said, I don't know. I was playing with him. I'm like, I know. And whatever.
Check the toilet?
I mean, I actually paid that. The funny thing is I paid that phone off 3 months ago. So the only bummer is it was a 7 Plus, and T-Mobile will still give you like $200 credit towards this phone for that phone.
So that could have been $300.
So it could have been, way less, but whatever.
Oh, well.
Life goes on. I was going to get a new phone anyways. But like the face recognition thing is fucking crazy.
Yeah, I actually turned mine off.
Yeah. I actually like it, and I like that it says notification. It doesn't tell you what the notification is unless I look at it, which is a kind of a nice feature, too.
Well, for a police officer, it's probably good security.
Yeah. And then the new operating system now, I use the dark version because it's black and white, and it looks way sharper. This is how much of a nerd I am, because I have nothing else to do but watch movies and do this and play Mortal Kombat. You know? It's fun. That's what I do. And that's been my 2 weeks in watching movies and working shitloads.
As long as you have a place to listen to your Rod Stewart songs, I think that's what's the most important thing here.
Well, the bummer is I have 10,000 songs. About 9 years ago, Brad and I combined our libraries. So it took me probably 5 or 6 hours going through. I'm like, well, I like this song. Well, I like this one too. And then I would sync. It's like, you're out of room. And then Apple would automatically determine what to sync. So I'd have to go back through. And I was like, you fuckers. Yeah. So
I just think playlists.
That's what I did. I went back through. I have a favorites playlist, and so I synced that, and I transferred over all my Rod Stewart and Bare Naked Ladies and stuff because those are the ones I listen to the most. And Steel Panther. That's your new album out Friday.
That's your core lifeblood right there.
Yes. Yep. Playing lots of Mortal Kombat.
Nice.
Look for me. I'll either be Cetrion or Cassie Cage. I really like Cetrion right now because she's new and a lot of people don't play as her, so they're not used to playing against her. Oh, I fucking crush people. They don't even know what hit them. Even those fucking spamming Scorpion players. They hate me. Hey, Corinne sent us something in Catching the Classics with Corinne, where she reviews Rocky.
Hey nerds, Corinne here for part 27 of Catching the Classics, where I watch famous and popular movies I've never seen before and send in my review. This week, you all voted for me to watch Rocky. The original Rocky. Oh my gosh. I never thought I would say this, but I found a classic that I dislike even more than Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Oh my gosh. I would take Close Encounters of the Third Kind over Rocky because both of them are tedious and meandering, but at least there are a couple of good sequences in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and Rocky is, in a phrase, it has no focus. That's ultimately what it boils down to. But, okay, so just for some context, I knew the basic premise of the movie going into it, like how Rocky's this kind of everyday fighter who gets a shot at fighting the heavyweight champion of the world, Apollo Creed. I've actually seen parts of Rocky 3 and all of Rocky 4, and I remember liking them, although it's been a while. But, yeah, it's... Okay, so... Oh, and I knew, the whole... He has, a, love story with Adrian, and I did not realize that that was pretty much going to be, the focus of the movie. Yeah, anyway, okay. First, let me say, what did I like about it? Carl Weathers as Apollo Creed is, the best part about this movie. His performance is, good. I think everybody else is, yikes in terms of their acting ability in this movie. that everybody's like over the top or awkward, and I know like their characters are kind of supposed to be awkward, at least like Adrian is supposed to be, but yeah, anyway, so yeah, Carl Weathers is great. The song that plays during the training montage is iconic, and it is good, and it works. The training montage is not bad, although I like the one in 3 better. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Because, yeah, like I said, it boils down to the fact that this movie has, like, no focus. It doesn't work as a boxing movie, because boxing is almost, like, secondary to the love story and kind of just general, like, this is, you know, Rocky's, like, everyday life. And it doesn't really work as, like, a kind of, like, a romance underdog story, because yeah, Rocky doesn't have an arc in this movie. That's, like, problem number 1. You have a titular character you spend a shit ton of time with, and he doesn't have an arc. The conflict doesn't pop up until, like, halfway through the movie. I mean, you should have had that, like, I don't know, the 20-minute mark or something. The whole idea that, you know, he gets to fight Apollo Creed. They should have focused more on, like, him training and this whole kind of, like, personal drama with him and Adrian. And he's, like, you know, maybe he could have been trying to win her over as he's training, and, you know, his trainer, Mick, or whoever, could be like, no, like, you have to focus on the fight. And Rocky's like, well, this might be my one chance with her, because if I lose, she might think I'm a loser, so I should try to, like, you know, romance her now while she thinks highly of me. Yeah, whatever. I mean, yeah, so Rocky doesn't have an arc. We spend a ton of time with him just, like, in his everyday life in what are ultimately pointless, tedious, and boring scenes. And I gave crap to, what was the British movie I watched? Not Brideshead Revisited, the other one. Room with a View. I gave Room with a View a ton of crap for having these, like, seemingly pointless scenes. But at least those scenes were, like, thematically relevant and kind of gave you more time character building. But here, it's just Rocky playing with his turtles. Rocky... I mean, there's, like, a scene where Polly's, like, picking up a trash can or something outside his house. It's like, why is that in there? It's, like, 30 seconds. I didn't need. Oh, yeah, and I gave Top Gun a shit ton of crap for, like, its weird editing choices, but, oh, gosh, this movie, there are scenes that should have been cut earlier than they were, and, yeah, so... it just doesn't work for me. I genuinely don't know why this movie is a classic. I think the premise is really good. Like, what they intended to do with this kind of, you know, down on his luck, everyday guy getting a chance, a once in a lifetime chance to fight the heavyweight champion of the world and actually, like, go toe to toe with him. Like, that could have been a really great emotional arc, but Rocky doesn't, like, ever show any emotion. Like, he gets told, like, oh, you have a chance you can fight Apollo Creed for the title, and he's kind of like, okay, cool, like, I don't deserve it, but cool, like, that's great. Like, is he excited? Is he nervous? We don't ever really get to hear about it. We never get to see it. This movie does a lot of it doesn't do show, don't tell. Like, it does a lot of telling and not a lot of showing. And, like, 25 minutes left in the movie, right before the actual fight, Rocky actually gives us some kind of, like, emotional, like, harumph and tells us, like, I just want to be standing at the end of the 15 rounds. Like, he's like, I don't even need to win. Like, I just want to be standing. And I'm like, okay, like, thank you for actually giving us some, like, you know, character motivation. 25 minutes left in the movie here. Oh my gosh. It has no focus, no vision. It doesn't work as a boxing movie because, you know, the boxing is only the first few minutes, and then we hear Rocky talking about how he boxes, but we don't ever get to see him, you know, just kind of practicing and training. And, yeah, he's upset. He got kicked out of his locker, but it's like he doesn't have, like, any determination or any grit to be like, well, fine, if I don't have a locker, like, I'll just come back in here, I'll just punch the bag, you know? Sorry, I don't do a very good Stallone impression. But, you know, he's not compelling as a character for me. He doesn't win me over. I don't really care about his, like, ooh, he gets this cool, like, once-in-a-lifetime chance. It's like, he doesn't seem to care about it, so why should I? Until, you know, we get the whole, I want to be standing at the end. Okay, thanks for telling me now, right before the fight. Yeah, and then that's it. Like, we get the training montage, which is like 45 minutes left in the movie, and then we get the fight, which the sound effects on that were really weird. You know, I was wanting those like loud, like boom, 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 you know, punches, but everything sounds just like and even when the gloves make contact with flesh or other gloves, they should sound a lot louder than they do, because if you've ever been to like a real life boxing gym, you know, like the gloves hitting whether flesh or other gloves are very loud. So I don't know why that was a really weird sound effects choice. But yeah, the romance doesn't work. The character growth arc, there is none. And it doesn't work as a boxing movie. God, it makes me want to go watch $1 Million Baby. Oh yeah, every time they brought those little stools out, I thought $1 Million Baby, and I was like, that is actually like a good movie. Like the first half of that is pretty great. Second half's really depressing, but the first half is really great. So yeah, I don't feel like you guys should get to choose any more of these because, yikes. I didn't like it. I'm sorry. I like the parts of 3 I've seen, and I like 4. So I guess maybe people like Rocky because they like the sequels and the world building that they do. Because it is kind of interesting that he and Apollo Creed go from, you know, rivals and antagonists in this one to, you know, Creed trains him in 3 and he's like his best friend by 4 when he dies against Ivan Drago. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. Like, we should have gotten more kind of interesting stuff like that rather than Rocky tries to woo Adrian, is successful. I'll give him that. He's successful. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned, yeah, Brad made the point of like, oh yeah, Rocky has some like problematic strategies in his romancing, and I'm like, yes, he does. But Paulie's whole thing was far more egregious than what Rocky did. So, I mean, not like, there were some things Rocky did that were definitely problematic, but Paulie was the worst offender of the two. So, yeah, anyway. I'm going to give Rocky 2 stars, but I just want everybody to know that I would watch Close Encounters of the Third Kind again before I would watch this movie. Because at least Close Encounters of the Third Kind has aliens in it. And it actually has some, like, pretty good, like, dramatic sequences. Like, the whole, you know, abduction with the screws coming out of the floorboard and the whole alien going over the one guy's truck. Yeah, anyway. Those were actually, like, good sequences, even though the effects were kind of meh. So, next time I'm going to watch Gremlins. Hopefully it doesn't suck. Okay, I've rambled about this for long enough. Hopefully you all had fun at another Sylvester Stallone movie this week. And I'll talk to you all next time unless somebody comes to my house to murder me for disliking Rocky. Okay, bye!
And once again, Corinne is wrong. She said it's awful. I think she gave it 2 stars. Yeah. She said she would watch Top Gun back to back instead of watching Rocky. And I just don't think she appreciates cinema. And me and her have had this long-going argument. And, of course, I'm being facetious. I love Corinne, and she's a wonderful person. But me and her have had this long back and forth over the last few weeks. One about horror films and one about giving films an opportunity. Where, because we have a mantra on the Real Nerds, is we expect every film to be good. And so I've been kind of drilling her in a fun way, not like it's whatever. She's awesome, but in a fun way. I was saying, so you're not really giving films a chance. You just assume that they're not good. Because I also attacked her on her Disney film blog she wrote for us, which she's a wonderful writer, but she also says that she hasn't seen these movies. She's just not going to, and that's her right as well. But I'm also in the boat. You really shouldn't judge something until you've actually seen it. And I use Zach was there when we saw Charade. I use the example of Leprechaun, which is maybe not the best example of.
I love that Jerry was like, I love Leprechaun.
Yeah, of a horror film for her to see. Mm-hmm. But my point being is, even though it might not be considered a great film, people will find merit in it. I mean, when you ask me what my favorite film is, I always say Army of Darkness. And there's an argument by people that say it's not a great film. They're wrong, but I think you should give every film an opportunity.
Also, the people who say that don't know how to have fun. They're like fun suckers.
And, she brought up a point. She sent me a message because she said, well, she wasn't – the one thing she didn't like about MoviePass, she said it took away the mystique of going to the movies, where she doesn't – she's – if you're on a budget, it's hard to see movies. And I get that. I mean, movies now are $12 for just going to see them. So – I understand that part, but I've never lost that. I don't know how you guys feel. When I saw like Avengers Endgame, I immediately get sucked back into being a film fan.
Yeah.
Or when I see Spider-Man, or I have a feeling. I mean, obviously I haven't seen it yet, but when I see Knives Out, I think I'm going to feel the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you see a lot of films, sometimes you go in and you're like, oh.
Yeah, my average is like 150 a year now, and I'm feeling a little fatigued, so I'm trying to cut back.
Yeah, but you do.
But Avengers, like that again, it's like it's an event picture. Like it, it does feel like the cinema experience is there. But when you go like once every week or even twice a week, it does kind of seem like routine rather than special.
But when you see enough films, because I mean we've been doing this so long, and I mean you see more films than I do in the theater. I try to now because I have the Alamo season pass, so I can see a movie every day if I really wanted to.
Right.
And she brought up, she said, well, you're not going to see Downton Abbey. I said, well, I will now because it's basically, once I use it once time and a half, I've already paid for my month. So everything after that is gravy. So I never wanted to see Hustlers, but I found out when someone I went to high school with is in that film, so now I'll go see it.
Yeah.
I'll see Downton Abbey. I mean, I don't know if I have to have seen the show to know what's going on in it, but
just know that the middle class came into existence. No. Talk to James; he'll tell you.
Yeah. But it's just me and Corinne have this really interesting conversation constantly about horror films, and I told her a good one to start with because she likes Dan Stevens, even though it's not really horror as The Guest, because I really like that film. It's more of a thriller, but it's
it's not really.
But for someone who's not a horror movie fan, I think it's not a bad entry into it, where it does have extreme violence, and it's a slow burn, where it's not relentless in hitting you in the face.
But it's predominantly a thriller in that respect. So it's an easier entry point, as you were saying. So.
Yeah, so it's I said a good one for her because she what am I trying to say? She doesn't like him because she doesn't like the sense of being scared. And she doesn't like the uneasiness of horror films, which it's hard for me to relate, not because I just don't.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah. I mean, like, I can get jittery, but, like, I find a way to move past it. Like, it's not every time, but, like, most of the time. And I think there's horror films that she like. I mean, it's not... There are really good films out there that have horrific qualities in it that I'm sure she's seen, but
so she said at the end, she said she was going to do Gremlins, but she's changed it to Grave of the Fireflies. What is that?
It's an anime. It's really sad.
Oh, that's right. Oh, you did mention that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've heard this title before, but I couldn't remember it. But now that you say it's an anime, I remember you talking about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get ready to be really depressed.
So she's not going to do Gremlins, which she should have. But you know what? That's all right. Maybe she'll like it.
Yeah.
But she's wrong. Rocky is an awesome film.
I love Rocky except for the scene where he kind of, I guess, seduces Adrian. Doesn't play well in today. Like he kind of traps her.
Yeah, it's a lot. I forgive movies sometimes for that stuff because right now I've been reading a lot of articles because it's Friends' 25th anniversary of debuting, and a lot of people are rewatching Friends with 2019 glasses.
Yeah,
and
I get it was the 70s, and
I don't. That stuff doesn't bother me. Because there's even I love his girl. The Philadelphia Story, and Cary Grant literally throws Katharine Hepburn on her ass by pushing her in the face.
And that's just one of many things that goes on. Watch Woman of the Year. It's on Criterion as well.
Yeah.
It's Tracy and Hepburn.
I do have that one. It's great.
It's a great movie. Yeah.
Yeah. So but you're right.
I'm not boycotting. I'm just like when I watch it, it's like this is less enjoyable when I watched it.
I boycott
time.
Roman Polanski films because he raped and drugged a young woman. Different
outside the movie.
Yeah, outside the movie. And I've been talking to Zach because I'm doing. I'm almost done with Cary Grant. I think I have like 4 movies left. My next binge is going to be Cate Blanchett, and she did a movie with Woody Allen, and so the last 2 weeks I've been really digging into it. It's like, is it okay if I watch these movies because it's just weird. But then as I read it, it's more of that he's really weird and not really did anything wrong. It's just gross.
It's a tricky situation.
Yeah.
There's a I know you don't. There's a documentary you should watch, Ryan. But PBS did an American Masters on it. It's a 2-parter, and I mean, yes, there's a one-sidedness to it, I guess, but it talks about stuff.
It's interesting because I went through and Scarlett Johansson will still work with him. I went through and I read a lot of people's testimonies about him, and I just at the end of the day, to me, it just seems like he's a creepy old dude.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So I was on the fence. I ended up getting the Blu-ray of Blue Jasmine because it was $4. So I don't know.
So you own it.
I do.
And you paid money for it.
Well, because here's the thing. On Amazon to rent, it's $6.99. Or I just buy the Blu-ray from Amazon for $4.99 and have it shipped to me.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about it on the way back from Charade, and I'm still in a weird position on it because there are films of his that I enjoyed a lot, but I'm still processing how to reevaluate certain.
Yeah,
things.
it's because I also like the Jeepers Creepers movies, and Victor Silva is a tough one. However, he also served time in prison. And he was rehabilitated that way, where Polanski ran from his responsibilities. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's a tough situation.
My thing is it's similar to what we talk about on Shamley, where I'm just like, I don't have the answers.
Yeah.
I'm just one man. I'm sorry.
That's a long way of saying Corinne and I will be publishing an article. I don't know if you ever guys watch Old Saturday Night Live, Point Counterpoint, where
where you want to talk about problematic.
Yeah, but the premise where she's gonna argue against horror films, I'm gonna argue for them.
Yeah.
And she already sent me the Google Doc where it's transcribed. It's 2 pages of us back and forth.
Yeah.
So once we talk a little more, and she'll edit it because she's a writer. I'm not. She'll put it up.
I want to get the point counterpoint set going and put you in there. But
Can I be Jan Curtin? That's all I want.
You could be Jane. You could be Jane Curtin. Well, then that would mean Corinne wears a Dan Aykroyd mustache.
Yes.
Does that work?
Say, Corinne, you ignorant slut.
Yes.
Again, that's why I said want to talk about.
But you ignorant slut.
Yeah. But yeah, no. The. As far as the movie going thing though is concerned, I do average about a movie a week, but there are weeks where I'll take time off of it because I just don't.
I usually do that during Film Explosion weeks, is I kind of just stay home.
Yeah.
But the experience never goes away for me. When I went and saw Rambo, I was the only one in the theater. The only one. I saw it at 10 o'clock on Saturday.
You lucky son of a bitch.
And I came in, and the funny thing is so I used my season pass. For my birthday, you get free popcorn and a drink. So I printed off that. I sat down. I was like, hey, man, I have this stuff. He's like, cool. I said, am I the only one in here? Because I got that ticket about 2 hours before the show started, and I was the only one. He said, yep. Yes.
I worked that show and didn't get anything.
Well, no,
out of it.
I still tipped him.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to get free shit and be like, thanks, bye. Because also when I get the free popcorn, I get the truffle popcorn, which you can do. And the truffle popcorn is amazing.
My mom wants to try it next time she goes.
Oh, she should.
I know.
It's because it's so good.
The problem is I have to try to find a movie she wants to go to, and then we have to go to the Alamo for all so that the lights are a little bit up.
And for Spider-Man, it's not bad.
Ooh, if that's still around, maybe that would be one for her.
No, they just took it out.
Oh.
But they'll probably do it for Frozen too.
Ooh. My mom likes cartoons.
Yeah, I do too. I fucking love cartoons.
Spider-Man's still at the dollar theater, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom's not going to the dollar.
I wouldn't take my mom to the dollar theater.
I mean, I would because I'd be like, hey, look, like memories. But, you know, like, but yeah, you know, what else do we do on this fucking show?
Hey, we talk about movie news. I forgot to say that stuff. Corinne, thank you. I'm just giving you a hard time because we have different opinions, and that's what makes movies great. Is they're an art form and open for interpretation.
And Corinne's wonderful opinions will be on the next Shamley Silhouette about The Lady Vanishes. So
oh, nice.
We can't do things
That's a
without
great.
Corinne.
That's a great criterion.
And that conversation's a lot of fun. See,
sweet.
lots of fun.
Yeah, we also talk about movie news and Blu-rays that are coming out. But my favorite segment is a segment I get to sing every week. And that's Brad Around Town. That motherfucker's driving around town. Brad Around Town. That motherfucker's driving around town. Looking for the Mind Theater, but it's so damn.
Oh no, a dog just crossed in front of my car. You made me kill him.
Man, that album got dark.
Actually, one of my favorite jokes ever on The Simpsons is when Homer steals the Lard Lad's donut and he knocks on his door and he says, I don't have your donut. Flanders does. And so the Lard Lad goes back and forth, and then he gets all pissed and walks away, and he kicks the dog on the street, and it goes
Into the atmosphere.
into the atmosphere. God, I fucking love The Simpsons. Older Simpsons. New stuff's not too bad. I've been watching it lately.
It's not as bad as people like
Oh,
to
no,
bitch
no,
about
it's
on the
fine.
internet.
I'll
Good.
take a bad episode of The Simpsons over The Blacklist any day.
If they put the newer stuff on DVD, I'll watch it. They're
It'll
about
be
10
on-
years
it'll
behind
be on
right
Disney
now.
Plus.
Yeah, you'll have 30 years worth of content there.
I'm not gonna get Disney Plus.
You're not?
No,
Yeah, that's all right.
I might cancel Netflix now that Glow's canceled.
Do it. My wife likes the Handmaid's Tale, so we have Hulu. But so I'm going to do the Disney and Hulu
It's
Plus.
the Handmaid's Tale,
Yeah.
not the Handsmaid Tale.
Whatever. I don't fucking know. Some chicks from a long time ago delivering babies. I don't even know what it's about.
I've heard it's really good. I want to watch it.
Oh yeah, my wife loves it. She cries
It's
every
about
time.
depression.
Yeah, it's something. I don't know. It's based on a book my wife likes. I've seen some episodes, but I think I don't know. If she wants me to watch it with her, I'll watch it with her. The only thing I won't watch with my wife is her reality TV stuff, like the Real Housewives and shit like that. Everything else, whatever. Hey, Brad, what's happening around town? After you killed the dog, you motherfucker.
Let me clean this up and we'll do the segment.
Where'd Benji go? Oh, he's under Brad's tire.
Hey, film buddies, follow me around Denver.
I was holding him, and a piece of him over there, there's a piece of him over there. I can't find his fucking legs.
Thanks a bunch.
That's not cool. That's a really serious scene in that movie.
Oh, it's a great scene in that movie.
Yeah, the drive-in. I guess it's still doing It Chapter 1 and 2, followed by Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Wow, that's
about 3
that's
weeks.
their
badass.
lineup?
Yeah,
Fuck, I should go do that one.
I know. I'll tell you about it when I've been watching.
All right.
And then I heard a little rumblings that they're going to do another double feature for the season called Zombieland.
Ooh.
Not sure what week that's coming up, but stay tuned.
There's a really funny TV spot for Zombieland where Woody Harrelson's all pissed off because
What's her name's boyfriend's
as
pacifist.
pacifist.
Yeah,
And he's talking about how he wants to shoot him. It's fucking awesome.
he doesn't hate them. He just wants to kick their ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the drive-in, and then the Esquire is midnight is the Warriors.
Come out and play.
Yep. Every time you hear the Warriors, someone
Some
has to say
asshole has
that.
to say it.
I like that movie.
I'm going to say some random quote from the Warriors. I don't know another one. I've seen it once.
It's a good movie.
It's all right.
That's all right.
That's fine. That's
See,
fine.
me and Brad are in.
I'm a
lockstep
lone
with a lot of
warrior, in my opinion.
Nope. File
No.
it.
Yeah, done.
And yeah, that's what's going on around town.
Nice. Hey, I wonder what's movie news is happening. I bet Zach's gonna start off with something fucking depressing as fuck.
Yeah, a lot of deaths.
I know. Guess what? They're never gonna hear it.
It's real news.
Actually, so I just got that. Well, if you were thinking that a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre might be depressing, I don't know.
They should reboot that. They've only rebooted it like 7 times.
Yeah, it looks like Fede Alvarez is producing it.
I'll see it.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll see it. I own them all except for.
Do you own the Adam Marcus one?
I do. I got it for $1.75 when Tradesmart was going out of business. And then I'd watch it like halfway through. I'm like, can't do it. He's producing a documentary about Jason Goes to Hell it's on a GoFundMe page.
Wait, he's producing it?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's talking about how hard it was for him to make it, and I'm sure he's going to tell us how wrong the fans are about his vision in Friday the 13th, like he always does.
I'll watch it.
Oh, yeah, no, I will. But I heard he's also awful to his actresses, and that Sean Cunningham had to film. Did you read Crystal Lake Memories?
Oh, yeah. You gave it to me.
Yeah,
to read,
Sean Cunningham had to film scenes with that one lady when she's in the shower, the lead actress.
Yeah.
Because Adam Marcus is a piece of shit. Pretty much what he says. That's a summary of what he said.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever. I'll watch it.
Yeah, no, the only thing that doesn't concern me, it's just more of just like, again, is it's going to be a direct sequel to the 1974 one, which that's what Marcus's one was, quote unquote. And I know why they're doing it. It's
Isn't
because
Chainsaw 2 a direct sequel?
yes, but you know what I mean.
If they bring back Bill Moseley, I'll be really excited.
That'd be wonderful. But no, this one's like it's following the same vein of the Halloween reboot, where they're just like, let's make a direct sequel to the original and create our own offspin.
Hey,
I like Fede Alvarez.
I love Fede Alvarez. I'll see any slasher film usually.
Yeah. I'm only bringing up this casting news because I love this cast, and it's Wes Anderson's The French Dispatch, which is going to be his new film, has a pretty friggin' amazing cast.
I think you can say that for all Wes Anderson films.
This one though,
even his early stuff, Bottle Rocket and stuff, his cast was amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But this one I think might be my favorite. You got Benicio del Toro, Frances McDormand, Jeffrey Wright, Adrian Brody, Timothy Chalamet, Léa Seydoux, Tilda Swinton, Stephen Park, Owen Wilson, Bill Murray, and Christoph Waltz.
So almost everybody's worked with except for 3 people.
Yeah,
awesome.
but I
That's
want
awesome.
Christoph Waltz in Wes Anderson land.
Yeah,
I want Christoph Waltz in most things. Put him in Jay and Silent Bob reboot. See how that works.
I'm down.
He can do anything. But yeah, Ryan, do you want an Office reboot?
No.
Okay, well, the Peacock Network is... and I wish that was just the terminology for NBC, but that's their streaming service now. It's called the Peacock.
It's creative. It's better than NBC Universal.
That's fair. But yeah, they're thinking about rebooting The Office because I mean it makes perfect perfect financial sense. Yeah. Jon Favreau said in an interview he wants to make a new Star Wars holiday special, and I say sure. Why the fuck not?
And I'd say, sure, Jon Favreau, you make billion-dollar movies, so whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly. And also just like, can you just make sure it's just as batshit crazy as the first one? Right. Have you watched the first one?
Yes. In parts on YouTube.
B. Arthur singing a canteen song about Last Call is one of those things that I will just never get out of my head.
Yeah.
That and Harvey Korman doing an alien cooking show. I mean, man's got to eat. And then the last 2 pieces of news that I have, we had some deaths. The first one, Aaron Eisenberg, who played Nog on Deep Space Nine, has passed away.
So that season,
out of all the
8
alien races he was the most human.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that callback to Star Trek.
Yeah. I mean, it's the original series, but yeah.
You know, still callback. It's still Star Trek. It counts.
It's interesting because in the documentary, that the new season 8 storyline, he was the first to die.
Yeah.
Did he have a disease because he was pretty young?
He was 50.
Yeah, that's pretty young.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sad.
But he's actually, his interviews in the documentary are pretty harrowing because like fans did not like him.
What?
Fans didn't like him.
Really?
I remember hearing that in the documentary. He got shit thrown at him.
Literally shit?
Like, like insults and things back and
I
forth.
don't remember that at all.
I remember that.
I know he's
Thought
really
someone
emotional
took a shit in their hand and threw it at him.
Like he loved the
Yeah.
cast in the series, so
Oh.
I think it was really important to him.
Maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but I remember him getting emotional at one point in the documentary. So
Are you sure you're not like projecting onto yourself? Like you think you get a lot of shit thrown at you, and
it's possible. I know I'm a piece of ass.
shut the fuck up, Zach.
You're a
Continue
piece
that.
of ass. Wow, Zach, easy.
This is what happens.
He goes, works out, loses like 85 pounds, and he's like, I'm such a nice piece of ass.
Fuck no. Can't do anything about the face, so the body doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's what's upstairs and how big your wiener is.
Welcome to the Real Nerds Podcast, where we all just let loose and say fuck it.
This is a very unfocused podcast.
It's fine. Sometimes you need that.
Yep.
The last piece of news, though, is the saddest, is Sid Haig passed away, apparently on Sunday. He was sick for a long time this year.
I heard that even him being in 3 from Hell is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, they if you look online, Rob Zombie did an interview with, I think, Bloody Disgusting, where I don't remember the outlet, but he told the story about how essentially he wrote a whole script of 3 from Hell with him as a primary character, and then he started he started seeing what was going on, and they had to scale back. Lionsgate wouldn't insure him, and he had to then go to Lionsgate and like beg on bended knee to get him in for one day, and they shot his stuff in 3 from Hell in one day. But yeah, I mean, Sid Haig's he was a journeyman. I would call him legend.
Oh yeah, for sure. He has like 1,500 acting credits. I was reading.
Yeah, I mean, like
that's amazing.
The first time I would have seen him was on Star Trek on that the Return of the Archons episode, and I didn't know who Sid Haig was at that point. I just knew he was. This is a Star Trek actor.
He's one of those guys like, oh, he's 80. He's old.
Yeah, and but yeah, in House of a Thousand Corpses, he was in the early Jack Hill films like Coffee and Foxy Brown and Spider Baby, which Spider Baby's a fun watch. Have you seen it, Ryan?
Not.
Ooh.
No, it's infamous though.
It's a good Arrow video Blu-ray from what I've heard. So maybe it's worth a glance if it's cheap for you. And then he's in the greatest movie of all time, Jackie Brown, as a judge.
I like Jackie Brown.
I know. And yeah, I mean, actually, they just added an NCM event for one more screening of 3 from Hell, so I'm probably going to go now, because I was content to wait for video, but if this is the last one, I want to see it on a big screen. But yeah, 80 years old, he will be missed. And the tributes have been pouring in, and it's fun. But yeah, that's news.
Movies come out on Blu-ray, and sometimes we get them. I don't know about this week. Oh, actually, there is something I'm getting this week. In Blu-rays, in 4K release.
DVD releases and Blu-rays.
In fact, I think mine showed up a day early. I think I got an update for it.
Is the release you're getting Bing Crosby and Going My Way?
No.
Oh, you didn't end up getting it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I probably still will, but I've given myself a limit on what I get now. And so this week it was Vampires, John Carpenter's Vampires from Scream Factory.
Hey, John Carpenter's Vampires is coming out from Scream Factory. You can pick that up.
You know, because the only bummer with Warner Archives on Blu-ray is they're always like $22. Mm-hmm. So it's like I can get Vampires with a slipcover. Make sure I get the slipcover with reversible art.
Yeah.
Or I can get Going
My Way is
My
Shout
Way.
Select.
Oh, it is Shout Select.
Yeah, it is Shout Select.
They don't have slipcovers all the time, though.
No, and I don't know if they'll have one for this one. Which the title we're talking about is Bing Crosby and Going My Way, a Leo McCarey movie that won Bing Crosby his acting Oscar. It's a wonderful film that gives you hope, and I like it a lot.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess the newest releases though are Yesterday. You can get that on Blu-ray and 4K.
I thought my troubles have been gone away. I just need a place to hide away.
Do you believe in Yesterday?
I did.
Until I made that joke.
It's no different than my just repeating the lyrics.
Let's ask the listeners, who was worse?
Yeah. I gotta stop. I can't say them too much. I don't want to get sued by Apple Music. Oh, never mind. Michael Jackson's dead.
And Anna, the new Luc Besson movie that I
thought the trailer was pretty fun.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like Luc Besson, but
who does?
I mean,
he makes fun movies sometimes.
Fifth Element is fine. It's fine.
I think his scripts are too complex, and he's not talented enough to tell the story.
Yeah.
But visually, he makes cool stuff. He's also an asshole.
Yeah. Oh, of course he is. That one I have no problem hating. But and then Child's Play, the remake, which the best parts of it are Mark Hamill and the score by Brian McCreary. But check it out anyway. See for yourself.
I would say check it out because it's the one reboot that doesn't rely on the previous films. It's definitely a new take on Chucky.
I like the pitch,
Oh yeah, no, the pitch is awesome.
and I like the robot.
No, I do too. It's just it exists.
Yeah. But my favorite kill is in the car, like the
Yeah.
self-driving car, because it feels the most Chucky to me. But that's also me relying on nostalgia.
Yep.
From Criterion, you can get Charlie Chaplin in The Circus.
I love the cover for that.
I know, it's really poppy and lovely. Maybe it has a poster inside.
That'd be sweet.
You can get The Letter with Betty Davis from Warner Archive. That's a good movie. I would definitely check that out. You can get The Setup from Warner Archive as well. You can get an anniversary edition of Sleepy Hollow from Paramount, and I bring that up because hopefully it's a better transfer from the one that I have on my shelf right now.
The box art's badass.
I know. It's really, really cool. Do you like Sleepy Hollow?
It's all right.
All right, cool.
I mean, I like violent films, so
Yeah, that's a good old like Hammer horror tribute.
it's the one Tim Burton movie. I'm like, his aesthetic works really well for this film.
Yeah, I agree. It's perfect for him. Major League 2 is getting put out on Blu-ray.
I know that's the Warner Archives one. Maybe I'm thinking of, and or maybe Sony, and it's like $24 with no special features.
And back to the
Thanks.
minors.
I guess the question is like, do you watch the second one often enough to
No,
justify that?
no, I would never buy that movie. It's not that good because they went from R-rated Major League to PG-rated Major League 2.
Anyway, you could
fuck
also
that.
get Shaft on Blu-ray, the new Shaft that came out.
I forgot that came out.
I know, and I want to go. I want to watch it still, even though I've heard it's a little unaware of the world. But and then the last thing is the best thing. There's a mini series by Stephen King and Mick Garris called The Stand, and it's coming out on remastered Blu-ray. Pick that up.
I think that's a Warner Archives too.
No, it's Paramount.
Paramount
CBS. But yeah, no, that I love that miniseries a lot. It's not
That's
like
all right.
it's not anything to do with like a Stephen King or even a McGarry. For some reason, I just I get sucked into it. I want to see the new one, even though the casting in that first one is really, really good. Like Gary Sinise and Bill Fagerbaker in it, and it's really good. Ruby Dee's in it, and she's amazing. So anyway, unless I'm missing any releases, that's Blu-rays.
We also watch films throughout the week in a segment we call Films We've Been Watching Throughout the Week, and we'll talk about on our podcast.
So, yeah, this is the stuff we've been watching.
Brad, what'd you watch this week? Zach, what'd you watch this week?
No, I got
Are
it.
you good?
I was just changing my post to send us your list before Wednesday because it looks like we're doing Thursday now
Cool.
for Film Explosion. Yeah,
I went
so,
devil with that.
I saw It 1 and 2 at the drive-in.
Right on.
How's
next
it-
Thursday.
How's it back to back? Does it seem really long?
Not terribly long. I only saw the first It once in theaters. So that was like 2017, I think.
Yeah, 2017. 2 years ago.
And I was like, yeah, this is all right. You know, it's kind of Stranger Things without the sci-fi ishness. And then this one I was, I want to feel like a complete experience, but the second one has like Mike narrating, so all of a sudden there's a narrator in the thing. So that was odd, but yeah, it helped me remember some things that connected to the second one.
I still love the character of Ben as a kid and all the New Kids on the Block references.
Yeah.
Did they get you the right stuff? I fucking love that shit.
That door gag when she closes the door, sees the poster, and then just says, "I won't tell." Or like she doesn't say it, but closes the door.
I think, and
that's
the
such-
young woman who plays Beverly, I think she's really sweet in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Although it's weird, if like back to back, like she has to deal with like two big sequences where like, there's tons of blood splattered at her.
I was reading, was it on Bloody Disgusting, that in It 2, where Jessica Chastain is in the stall, is the most blood ever in one single shot in a film. Yeah.
Well, it's because they could afford it. It's a big budget movie.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying. I think it's an interesting fact.
Oh yeah,
Accurate,
no,
yeah.
Absolutely. I love that scene because it's that split thing between her and Ben, and like, all those sit-ups and all those push-ups for nothing. Like, yeah, it's a good scene.
And then I also watched a documentary about the amazing Acrocats, which is a show that, this woman trained a bunch of cats. It's like a circus. You can see them like roll around on balls, climb up posts, and pull flags that say applause. They play musical instruments. And that's a show that's been at the Bug a couple times, and someone made a documentary about it. It's okay. It's a little, I don't know, it feels a little shallow. It's cool to see like the Bug in something that I'm not related to, but it kind of shows this woman Samantha Martin's life. But I kind of wanted to like see it dig a little deeper. There's not a ton of conflict other than can she make rent as she goes along, or if the van breaks down, they can't do the show because they're 5 miles away from the event.
How long is the documentary?
Well, it's pretty short. It feels like maybe an hour and 10, maybe hour 20.
Was it like on Prime or something?
It was a Blu-ray that someone gave me.
Okay.
It is on Amazon. You can get it. I don't know if it's a Prime streaming thing, but you
is
can
it
get it.
$9 because cats have 9 lives?
No.
Okay.
No, it costs more to make a Blu-ray than that. And they're not going to lose money on it for a joke like that.
So that's why I'm not good at business.
So, it's very surface level stuff. I kind of wish to dig deeper into how the actual circus gets put together. Like she has an assistant for some of it. The big conflict is, this is Samantha's dream, not her assistant. So her assistant's, looking towards getting married and moving on and stuff. And it's a couple of years old because like one of the other things is the van breaks down. She does a Kickstarter. All the fans help her buy a new one. And the new one isn't the one I saw at the Bug last time. So she's upgraded since then. So it seems like she's doing pretty well. It also talks about her parents and mom has Alzheimer's and like they both passed really close together. And one of the cats had cancer, like her favorite cat. So stuff like that. And then I watched the Between Two Ferns movie.
Me too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll save that for last then.
Okay.
So for leading up to the movie this week, the Alamo offered a Rambo marathon. So First Blood through Last Blood, all the way through. 8 hours, I think, straight.
It's a lot. It's a lot of people dying.
Yeah, speaking of that, so First Blood is like a masterpiece. Great film, because it's based on the
character
book.
study.
It's a character study of a war vet with PTSD and abusive law enforcement that don't understand that at all, and they're just bullies. And
it's really interesting that PTSD has been around for so long. I mentioned this. I watched a Cary Grant film called Eagle and the Hawk, and it deals with it a lot and the effect on it. And that movie was 1937, and I mean it never caught traction like Rambo. And you realize that this has been talked about, and they even talk about it from World War I and stuff, and why there's a stigma about people that came home and they're not dealt with properly. It's a really sad thing, and I think that's why First Blood is really powerful.
Yeah,
and Stallone is amazing in that movie.
Yeah. It's a great film.
He gets made fun of because of his impediment, and but that last scene, he's really acting his ass off, I think.
Oh no, that last scene is, I think, one of the hardest, most touching scenes in cinema.
Yeah, because
you have his commander show up and saying, it's okay, you got to give up, you can't be doing this, and then he just breaks down and says, you don't know what it's like when all your people around you are dying. And he doesn't get enough credit for how amazing he is in that film. And then, I mean, the 1-2 punch with that, Rocky, and I mean, he's been really solid his whole career.
Yeah.
And Richard Crenna in that first movie, like, I know I make the joke about him being a radio actor, but the truth is, like, that his performance is pretty astounding in that in that first film.
The first film is Brad Pitt is a fucking masterpiece. It's a wonderful movie.
Yeah.
And you say wonderful for a movie that's that hardcore? Yeah, I can say you say wonderful.
And then 2 is it's not one of my favorites, but it still has something to say about prisoners of war and the government kind of.
You go through the whiplash with that. Because how was that watching them back to back? Because you're seeing like this gritty drama, basically.
Yeah, he's slowly becoming a superhero.
Yeah, and then you go into Rambo 2 where he's just mowing fuckers down.
Yeah, it's still more grounded than the other three, but it is more like, he's becoming an action. Like in first place, he's not an action hero. He's just a guy. He's a war vet doing self-defense tactics.
He wanders into a town and gets pushed around.
Yeah,
he literally comes in town and people don't like Vietnam vets. My dad talks about that when he went to the Navy and he came back. It's a time when they hated Vietnam vets, and even like Born on the 4th of July talks about it, and you go, wow,
they threw shit at you, man.
Yeah,
they threw shit at you.
Literally, yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, and the two, it's guns out, like he's mowing people down. And then 3, he's full on superhero because he takes on the entire Russian army.
Fucking A, he does.
Fighting for Afghanistan.
Yep, that hasn't aged well.
Yeah,
fine. The Russians has. It's always a thing to do.
Yeah, but like the Afghanistan army is like the heroes in that movie, and that's interesting. That changed. So yeah, and he's single-handedly taking all those people on. Yep. And then Rambo itself, the 4th one, it's a smaller movie, but I think it's the only one that's actually directed by Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah,
and I think it's like night and day. Like,
I agree.
The filmmaking, like the visceral quality of it, like just out of nowhere, it's like he upped his game.
Well, because he also gets rid of the cartoony violence in 2 and 3. Where I mean, there's some cartoony things in
Well,
Rambo.
in 3, like, he pulls the pins on a dude's grenade vest, and then the guy falls down a hole and then breaks his neck.
Yeah, I mean, and
then explodes.
Exactly. In Rambo, I mean, it's visceral. I mean, he leaves it on screen for you to see. I mean, the people getting blown up, going through the rice paddies and stuff. You're like,
yep, just getting torn apart, shredded by this huge minigun. Yeah, and that's when I really started to hate doing the marathon because some of the audience started cheering the civilian deaths like it was cool. Like, look at that. Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah. Right behind me. So I was already annoyed because they were just talking a little bit through everything. But then when they started cheering the civilian deaths, because there's not really that much in the first 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, like innocent people are getting slaughtered, like graphically. It's like, wow, these guys should be on a watch list.
It's not exactly the same, but when I went to the John Wick triple feature, people were getting way too involved, like to a disturbing level.
I was so mad at one point, I actually like smashed my hand on the table in front of me because I couldn't stand them anymore.
Yeah,
but they weren't talking enough to where like I could throw up a card and have someone come by and watch them. So anyway, so I was a little bit exhausted by the 4th one. And then, I've had a lot of fun in the past, like watching the graphicness of that movie, but now it kind of feels like, it's impressive because a lot of it's digital too. But like seeing those guys really enjoy it, I was like, ugh, it's gross. And then, we'll talk about the 5th one later. And the last thing I watched was The Room again, but I got to meet Tommy Wiseau.
Oh, hi, Brad.
You seem way more happy in your picture than, who took the? Risa, thank you.
Yeah, because it was like after midnight.
Yeah,
way after midnight from what you told me.
Yeah, so it was the second night of each night had 2 shows. They even did a Sunday show, which is they don't usually do Esquire Midnights on Sundays. But Tommy was there, and so we got there early and still had to wait in line around the block. And I didn't know that he was doing a photo op, so we're just sitting there waiting for just people to go into the theater, and then all of a sudden she goes, I want to take a picture of the quote on the sign outside, and then she comes back, it's like, Tommy Wiseau's in the lobby. It's like, oh. And then some dude in front of us is like, yeah, he's actually, if you buy something, you can get a photo with him. I was like, oh, well, we got to do that.
Yeah.
But it took like 45 minutes, I think, to get to that point.
What'd you buy?
I bought the Blu-ray.
Oh, there's a Blu-ray of The Room?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like $40 on Amazon, but he was selling it for $12.99. So he also sold his underwear.
Hi, I'm cutting Amazon money away from them because they're no good for my movie. That's pretty good.
I'm tearing these prices apart, Lisa.
Yeah, he had the DVD, the Blu-ray, some of his underwear, a couple T-shirts with that quote on it.
Shit about the underwear.
No.
And then he offered, to sign it too. So I was like, I'm gonna get the Blu-ray.
No, he had to get it. We have to get it to a crime lab.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's, totally cool. Like, instantly reached out to shake hands. Yeah. At one point I kind of forgot to do the signing part. He's like, "You want me to sign anything?" And signed it on the disc, and it's really pleasant. Like way more than I expected. He wasn't. You expect him to be super weird.
Yeah.
But no, almost to the point where I was like, if this is like an Andy Kaufman style, like 20-year gag,
it's pretty awesome.
Like, yeah. And he also doesn't look that different for being 20 years older than the movie.
No, your picture on oh.
He looks pretty.
You know what? And if I was him too, I would totally embrace it like he did because, I mean, he's made a career out of it. And you might as well. I mean, if that many people come out to support me, why the fuck not?
Yeah, and watching the Blu-ray, like, there's some special features where it's Greg Sestero as the voiceover, like doing the interview. And I'm starting to kind of feel like maybe this is like a huge gag. Like from the get-go, they were making a bad movie and they just played it. Like the whole marketing is a way to sell it.
And the Disaster Artist movie is in on the gag.
They may not be in on it, but they might be playing into their hands.
That's so awesome. That'd be great if that's
like,
what it was. Because then he would be like an Andy Kaufman style genius.
Yeah, and he's getting like money from all the screenings for the past 20 years, like all the midnight screenings and building the fan base.
Yeah, because he owns that film, right?
Yeah.
Fuck. He's making another film called Big Shark.
Yeah, so I saw a trailer for that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so after we did the whole photo op and signing thing, we went upstairs, and because it's two shows at the same time, he has to do a Q&A downstairs first for everybody, and then come up for us. And we didn't start the movie until 1. Or we didn't start the Q&A till like 1 a.m. Wow. So then he did the Q&A for like 5 minutes, and his Q&A was tons of fun because we're in the upper part of the Esquire, and it's really... it's like 6 rows, right?
Yeah.
And he's just like going up and down the short stairs, just kind of pointing to people, like, next question. Like sometimes the questions are just kind of goofy, so like he had some really like fun answers to like blow them off really quick. Like someone asked, "How many belts are you wearing?" He's like, "Can't you count?" Like, like yeah, you can see them and count them yourself. I asked him if he could be half animal, what would he choose? And he said tiger. Like,
nice.
Didn't even have to think about it.
And he's on the airplane home. He asked me good question about Tiger.
And some people actually ask some really thoughtful questions about like what movie left, like what role would you like to do and stuff. And they weren't all weird answers. They were just like actually thoughtful filmmaking things. So yeah, that was cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I won't give you the Blu-ray though because I want you to watch it with a live audience. Because
fuck you then.
It's the only way to watch it. I guess I watched a little bit of it on Blu-ray, and it was a different movie without people's commentary. So I don't know if I want you to have that experience. And yeah, that's all I watched. Oh yeah, Between Two Ferns.
How is it?
It's bizarre.
Yeah,
but funny.
It's really funny in a lot of places, and kind of meh in a lot of other stretches.
I love Will Ferrell in it.
I love Will Ferrell being like
a total fucking dick.
Yeah, like a huge like mega producer
for Funny or Die.
Yeah, like he rolls up on that.
What does he say? He's like, you get the clicks, you get the money, you get the money, you get the white, you get the white, you get the purple. The purple around you. And he shows up to the public access thing where Between Two Ferns is being filmed in the stretch Hummer, and then he gets on an electric scooter, and he's all pissed off because Zach Galifianakis flooded it with Matthew McConaughey, and Matthew McConaughey died.
Yeah,
for a little bit. They revived him. Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, my thing, I'm like so in love with Brie Larson right now, but she has, Zach's interviewing her, and he says, I mean, what? Captain Marvel, that's a stupid name. She says, what's your superhero? Captain Crunch? It's funny.
Yeah.
And then, like, even the meta jokes where John Hamm is doing a signing at a church because he doesn't say no to anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the best parts are just the interviews themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Everything around it is just kind of like,
it's there.
They have to go cross country to, like, Will Ferrell gives the option of, look, I won't fire you or whatever if you can get 10 more shows for me, and then if you do that, I'll give you a Lifetime Channel talk show.
Yeah. But I love the end. Fuck you, Zach. Where they go and they finish the thing. They go see Will Ferrell, and he says, Tokyo time, so fuck you. And then just because of somebody who says, here's your contract to sign. And he's like, oh, I was just messing with you. Yeah, there's your contract.
And he treats like when they finally have all the tapes ready to go to like present to him, like he treats it like a drug deal. So he's like, stay behind the line, like kick him across the room, and they won't kick or slide because it's carpet.
Yeah, it's so stupid. It is Zach Galifianakis' humor though, like pretty spot on. If you see his stand up
and how protective he is of those ferns.
Yeah, because he thinks they're the same ferns.
His assistant keeps replacing him.
Yeah.
It's
fun.
Yeah, the jokes are.
It's good.
Trailer looks
The
fun.
insults of all the celebrities are pretty fun.
Oh yeah, I mean, his actual interviews are always great.
Yeah,
I love that. I mean, it's not in the movie, but his Steve Carell one's probably my favorite one. Should check that one out.
Oh yeah, and then the credits has the gag reel of
the
interviews that didn't go well.
Yep.
It's worth a watch.
Yeah, sweet. It's on Netflix. Oh, I'll just go because I have tons of shit.
Ryan, what did you watch this week?
Settle in here.
Hold on to your butts.
Jurassic Park.
That is a Jurassic Park. So I'll just do these in the order I have them on Letterboxd, so it's not going to be any set order.
Mm-hmm.
I watched The Last Outpost with Cary Grant, and in it he plays a British general during World War I, and it deals with India as well.
This is the Claude Rains one, right?
Yeah. Claude Rains is really great in it. I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. It's been I saw it 2 weeks ago. But basically, they're part of this outfit that's being overtaken during World War One. It's between the Indian people and I can't even remember. But basically, Claude Rains and Cary Grant don't like each other. They're feuding commanders. And then at the end, Claude Rains realizes that Cary Grant's really... Oh, that's right, because Cary Grant is in love with his wife, Claude Rains' wife, and she's in love with Cary Grant because Claude Rains is some asshole. And
that checks out.
Yeah, and so then they get into a gun battle, and then how it shakes out, you'll never know because that movie is 84 years old. No,
you mean I can't watch it ever?
Yeah. So they end up getting this fight, and Claude Rains saves Cary Grant's life while he dies, and then he ends up marrying Claude Rains' now widow. So it all works out in the end.
This one's on Warner Archive, right?
It's a TCM.
Oh,
but I got it as part of
that
this 18 film
yeah.
collection because on their own the TCM stuff is like $20.
Yeah,
that's really expensive.
Yeah, I'll have to borrow it from you.
You can,
and I will.
It Chapter 2 was good. It missed the heart of the first one, which I had a feeling that it would, because it's harder to care for adults than it is for children in peril. There is some great moments in it. I also I have problems. The problems I had with the book aren't really in the film because they exercise a lot of the crap.
Yeah, I thought because when you told me what it actually is, I was like, how are they going to pull that off? And I felt like the movie did it pretty well.
Yeah, no, I agree. My only problem is I know he feeds off fear, but
you're sitting there going the whole time like, guys, you know what the solution to this is, right?
Yeah,
like in your head.
Yeah, and then at the end they just say, "We're not afraid of you," and he goes, "Woo, woo," and he shrinks all small. But he literally just killed some dude at the same. Why does he just like swipe them all? That's my biggest problem with it. I think Bill Skarsgård is amazing though. The scene with the little girl underneath the bleachers is really chilling. Because
also almost unnecessary. I was talking about this with someone else because it felt like it was in there for people who didn't see the first one.
I also think it was in there too because Pennywise went away for a while. You know, we had to put another scene in there. Why you're afraid of Pennywise?
Yeah.
Because, but he's really good in that scene. So yeah, I mean it's a good movie. I think Bill Hader is amazing in it.
I've been thinking about it recently, and I really love that opening scene with Xavier Dolan and getting thrown off the bridge and the red balloons coming out.
Oh yeah,
it's so well executed, and the Stanley John Carpenter's The Thing head in the house near the end that just rises up. I'm just like, that's a beautiful effect.
Yeah, so it's I mean, it's a good movie.
Yeah. It's mean, though. It's mean.
I also watched Nightmare Cinema, which Zach loves.
Oh, boy.
Not in love with it like Zach is.
But did you like it?
I liked it.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what...
Which one did you hate?
I thought the one with the lady who's getting plastic surgery was pretty weak. I really liked the black and white one with the lady going crazy.
Oh, David Slade's one, yeah.
Yeah, that one was really well made.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
The wraparound story was meh. I thought the one with the kid who got shot.
That's Mick Garris's one. It's the one at the very end. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one's pretty haunting because it's even though I thought it was an interesting take that it's his mom is the one who wants him to die because she doesn't want to be without him. Mm-hmm. So in the short, this family is carjacked by this dude who shoots him to death, and the little kid gets shot and he survives, but part of him surviving is now he's haunted by dead people, and this one dead person who's his mother is trying to force him to die so she can be with him, and I thought that was a pretty interesting take on it.
Yeah, it's got like the heart of a Stephen King idea in it within it, and I've been watching it a couple times. Like I really like Kitamura's segment in the church because it's just so ballsy, but I really like Brugius's one at the beginning with the welder.
Oh yeah, it's
the welder's fun.
It's a twist.
Yeah, it's a fun one too.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, I watched Enter Madam, which is also another Cary Grant film, where Cary Grant marries an opera singer and she becomes a really big deal, and he's not anymore. So that's basically their trials and tribulations of them being married, and she's a superstar. It's all right.
Is it like it's like A Star Is Born?
Yeah, not as good. Big Brown Eyes is also another Cary Grant film, but I actually really like this one. In it, Joan Bennett plays a manicurist, and she works on the nails of mob people, and Cary Grant is a detective in it, and it's actually it's pretty hardcore because the setup for the mob in it. So the mob, there's this jewelry theft that happened, and the mob wants these jewels, and they want $140,000 for it. So this is pretty early in the film, and they meet in a park, and the one gangster thinks he's being double crossed. So the one guy starts taking off, and he just whips out his gun and starts shooting. And while he's shooting, he kills a baby in the park. And then Cary Grant the whole movie is him setting up, trying to figure out who it is and who the big players are. And he uses his girlfriend as to get information. And they have this really funny relationship where she wants him to commit and he won't because he's too busy trying to solve this case. And but it's a pretty dark film, but it has comedy elements to it. So it's kind of like a dark comedy. And he's really good in it because he doesn't really play dark characters very often, even tough guys.
Yeah, we've talked about it. He doesn't really get to delve into that realm, but when he gets dark, he gets dark. Like, and it's really.
How'd
you like Joan Bennett in the movie?
Oh, she was great.
Did you know that her sister is Constance Bennett from Topper?
Oh, right on.
So Cary Grant got it, both the Bennett sisters.
He sure did.
I guess that sounded really, really gross to me.
And another really fun film with Joan Bennett in the same year is called Wedding Present, and it's they're two reporters, so it kind of feels like His Girl Friday light, but it's really fun. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to remember it. So they get married, and Cary Grant gets tired of the city editor, so he gets promoted to the city editor. Then nobody likes Cary Grant as the city editor, and it's about them basically finding their love again. It's a cute movie. It's really fun. Last week, I was supposed to be on the show, but I got stuck at work, and we did like this roulette of streaming stuff. I got Untouchable, which is the Harvey Weinstein documentary on Hulu, which
seems pretty touchable.
Yeah, which is not so. It reminded me a lot of what's the Cary Grant one where it's that you
becoming
Cary Grant, where
yeah.
it deals with his LSD use. Which I didn't like about that film is they did a lot of establishing shots and a lot of slow motion of the ocean and stuff like that, which Untouchable does. However, I didn't really like Untouchable that much, but what I did like about it is these women's stories need to be heard, and the creepy thing about them is that they're all pretty much the same story about he's like a caricature because these they talk about this woman. So Harvey Weinstein, if you know the story, he used to be a music producer or promoter in New York, and he started abusing women around that time. And he would basically say, "Do you know who I am? I can ruin you, and you won't even have a career anymore." And so he would force these women to have sex with him. And this one lady says, "Yeah, and this was in the 70s. He was supposed to get 2 rooms. He only got 1." She said, "Well, you're laying on the floor." And he's like, "Okay." So she went to bed, and then he got into bed with her naked. And she said, "Is it worth losing my career for 5 minutes?" And then she starts crying because she realizes she doesn't know. It's really sad, and how he treats these women in it. And it's really hard to hear their stuff, but you need to hear it because the women don't need to be treated that way. And it just proves that dude's a fucking asshole. There's nothing revelatory about it. I mean, it's all been reported before, but actually hearing the women's voices with it and how much he scarred them is despicable. And they signed a lot of non-disclosure agreements, and one of his assistants who was afraid of him signed it because her friend was the one who was actually abused by him. And she said she didn't know when she signed it, too, that if the part of their agreement was that you had to agree to help him if anything happens legally. So you'd have to say, "I can't talk to you," or whatever the case may be while they're interviewing it. And he basically would pay $130,000 for women to go away. And it also implicates Bob because they said he would just sit there and be like, "My brother," and he wouldn't talk to him. And I guess towards the end it was, and that's why Miramax Disney separated from them, because everybody knew, and that they signed all these non-disclosure acts and he would just pay to make them go away is really sad. So it's not, the documentary is not that well made, but you need to hear the women's stories in it, if that makes any sense at all. Happier stuff. I also watched a Cary Grant movie called People Will Talk, which is actually a really great film. In it, Cary Grant plays a his name is Doctor. He's a doctor, and Doctor. No, his name's Dr. Noah Petraeus, and Jean Crane is a patient of his, or she's a student, and she passes out when he's about to do an autopsy on a corpse. And when he brings her in, he finds out that she is pregnant, and that the father is not in the picture. So in the 40s, that's a big no-no. And so he's telling her, he said, "You'll be all right." And so she leaves his office and tries to commit suicide. So she goes back into his care, and he's a different kind of. It's kind of interesting because he wants to be a doctor where it's about taking care of the patients, and it's not about the money or all the other stuff. It's about helping people. And so through the course of this, he says, "You really should tell your father," and she says, "I can't." And he ends up showing up at her house because she runs away from the hospital, and there he finds out he loves her and asks her to marry him. And he told her in the hospital after she shot herself, he's said, "You didn't have to worry because you're not pregnant. We read the test wrong." And his colleague says, "You're lying to her." He said, "I know I am." But so she's still pregnant. He said, "But I want her to have it's a really fascinating story."
It sounds a lot like Dark Victory.
Yeah. So
Dark Victory like that. Yeah.
So he goes and he actually proposes to her, and they get married. And there's a great scene where he's sitting on the bed and talking to her, and she said, "I think I'm pregnant." And he says, "Oh," and she said, "Yeah, so we'll have to get ready for a baby in December." He says, "No, October." And so there's this great scene where she realizes that he lied to her about protecting her. And so she says, well, did you just marry me because, you didn't want this baby not to have a father? He says, no, I married you because I love you and I fell in love with you, and that's going to be my kid. And she says, it's nice. Says, how's that kid going to know if we raise that child? It's a really great moment. And then there's another part where his conniving doctor at the university is trying to get him fired. And it's a pretty solid film.
Yeah. This reminds me a lot of not all of Dark Victory, but like the feel of it, like just kind of like it's melodrama, but it's really grasping the material correctly.
Oh yeah, it's really well done. It's Joseph Mankiewicz wrote and directed it.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
And you should watch it alone for the scene where he tells her why he married her, and it's not for the reason she thinks.
We thinking this would have been a nomination?
Oh yeah, he is so good in it. I mean, it's not one of his best movies, but the movie's really good. Because he has some, I don't know if they're clunkers, but they're not great at the beginning of his career. But right about this time, because I think it's 50, right about this time, he really starts picking great material for himself.
I know we've talked about a couple.
Yeah. So, and he's really on top of his game. Yeah, 1951. So he's really on top of his game in it, and watch it for that scene alone.
Okay.
And that was one of those ones that was on DVD that they stopped producing in like 20th Century Fox.
Oh.
So I waited and I got it used, and it was still like $17. And I'm actually glad I did, because it's a freaking great movie.
Awesome.
And that's what I watched this last 2 weeks. Zach, what'd you watch?
Not a whole lot.
Lies.
I did a fitness cinema for 2014 Godzilla. And I hadn't watched the movie since theaters. And I really liked it this time around, because I kind of approached it the same way I approached King of the Monsters, where I'm just like, it's a Godzilla movie. And what I like about Gareth Edwards and what he does with the film is that he treats it super seriously, the same way the first original Godzilla is. And Cranston's great in it. Ken Watanabe's fantastic in the movie. I think if I don't have an issue with there not being a ton of Godzilla in it. My issue is that it's trying to cram in a couple more established monsters as opposed to it just being a Godzilla movie. I like that Mike Rodan and stuff like that is in there, but
see, when I watched it the second time, I thought it was better because I knew that Godzilla wasn't in it as much, and it was more of the reveal of him, and I appreciated that filmmaking technique.
Yeah,
I think it's actually a really good movie.
Yeah, like I said, my issue is more of just like, there's other monsters that he's fought before or in the first one. Oh, okay. Like, but it doesn't like take away from the enjoyment. And I love the final shot of him walking away from the city and into the water. It's a really good shot. So yeah, if you haven't seen 2014 Godzilla, watch it. It's a lot of fun. I watched Charade in a movie theater.
That's right. I saw
with Ryan, so we can kind of chat about that a little bit. I had not watched Charade in a long ass time.
Movie's awesome.
It is. It's wonderful.
And why'd you give it 2 stars on Letterboxd?
I did not give it 2 stars on Letterboxd. What the heck are you talking about?
You pressed the button wrong then.
Yep.
I pressed the button wrong.
That better
Then.
be a 5-star.
I was shocked. I was like, wow. He was really excited about this movie, and
I didn't put any stars on it.
Better be 5 stars, because if you don't,
I put the heart on it.
You're fucking wrong.
I put the heart on it. I will adjust that. But
You know
anyway,
what I change about you, Zach?
nothing.
Well, I mean, if you want to say that, I mean, you want to be like Audrey Hepburn. Yeah. Nothing. That's from the movie, guys.
Yeah,
Any-
I know.
any
well,
1963
we
fans
would
out
know
there?
that because we went to the movie.
Yeah, missed you, Brad.
Yeah. What'd you go to?
I was at the drive-in watching it.
You could have watched Charade. Anyway, though, I hadn't watched the movie in a while, and the hype up for me was just like, okay, I'm gonna watch this as if though it's like a Hitchcock-esque movie. Because the first time I watched it, I was just kind of like, it's a Cary Grant movie. This time around, yes, I'm seeing the Hitchcock of it all, but it's a Stanley Donen movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's very much a Stanley Donen movie. It's well choreographed.
Very well choreographed.
Not by dance way, but like more like.
But the
just,
use of, Jerry, who never saw it before,
Yeah.
saw it with us, and he mentioned that it felt like a musical,
Mm-hmm.
and the sound is very important. I'm like, you're right. I mean, Donen had a way, and I mentioned The Grass is Greener as a Cary Grant film too. There's a scene where they duel in it, and the editing and the pace of it is so good.
Yeah.
And it reminds me a lot of, I think the chase in this film where he's chasing her through the subway is really amazing.
Yeah, and the blocking, just like just the blocking in dialogue scenes and just like moving, the way that story moves, it's fantastic. It's full of energy and vibrance. The character actors that are in it are wonderful, and like it seems like every character actor ever is in Charade. Like I forgot George Kennedy's in Charade. He's wonderful. And but you know, and that Henry Mancini score is incredible. It's wonderful. But yeah, and then they did a Q&A after the movie, and I honestly don't remember the guy who was doing it, so this is probably a good thing, but he was very scattered on the whole affair. But like after watching the film, like he was there, we kept mentioning to him like different Hitchcock films that he could be like grabbing at, but I'm just like, I think this is more a case of like he wants to do a Hitchcock type story. And yes, Donen's intelligent enough to use those shot selections from Hitchcock movies, but it's shot as if though Donen is directing it. Like the flow of a Hitchcock film is something that's entirely different.
Watching it, I never got because he mentioned Vertigo. I didn't get that from what's the dude's George Kennedy's character hanging from the side of the.
It would be a visual homage, but I mean I don't.
Even then, it's not that.
You know,
straight.
it isn't. It isn't because the background in that shot is dark. It's crushed black. In Vertigo, you can see down into the alley. That whole point is to see down into the alley.
Great Vertigo.
I think it. Yeah, exactly.
Some would say.
Yeah, exactly. Or as some kids who love the '70s call it, the Jaws shot. But I think that ultimately, like, I mean, I see where it is, like, it's the best Hitchcock film that Hitchcock never made. They're lying. It's High Anxiety. But I do agree that it is, like, a Hitchcockian-esque affair that is fun to watch. And I think this might be my favorite Cary Grant movie that has nothing to do with Hitch.
Yeah.
Because maybe that scene in the shower. I don't know. That scene's pretty damn amazing.
Where he also said that Cary Grant would never, or Hitchcock would never sink that low to put Cary Grant in that. I go, I'll just be quiet.
Yeah, there was a lot of Ryan and I turning to each other, going like, yeah. I mean, you can't see it on the show, but you know,
yeah. We gave each other looks. But he didn't say that, did he? All right.
Yeah. But that was the end, though, of the Hitch with a Twist series. That was a really good series. They had a lot of great films there. Hands down, my favorite screening was probably Mr. and Mrs. Smith, just because I had never seen that movie on a big screen. I don't think I've seen a Carole Lombard movie on a big screen, so there was like a lot of other factors involved with it.
Did you keep the the button I found you?
I did. I
can't believe that was left over. People didn't realize it was Carole Lombard.
I just need to find a way to make a Jack Benny button, and I can have a to be or not to be reunion on my chest.
Oh, Carole Lombard.
Lovely, lovely woman. But yeah, I mean, yeah. And then the only other thing this week was I made a quote unquote short film.
I got that motherfucker up. We're recording on Thursday.
That's true. I had it up. I uploaded it, but we have to give it to Brad tonight. So,
okay. Brad has to bail us out again.
No.
Thanks for being the talented one.
I did the work.
Dude, you just pull your badge out to prove something to us?
It's just bothering me. But yeah, no,
I filmed an ad for Filmsplosion and felt really good making it.
Yeah,
getting back there.
I wish we had more time to do stuff like that.
Yeah,
I feel like we haven't been able to capitalize on it. We have a YouTube page with like just our episodes on it.
After working with Spencer and Aaron on it, I'm tempted to be like, hey guys, want to do some more weird random stuff we could put on the Real Nerds page. Like, not random, but like, we'd find a way to make it film themed. But we had fun doing it on the fly, like out of nowhere. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and
doesn't have to be good. Just do it.
And I mean, since it's not Brad, it won't be. So
whoa. Shots. Yeah, I'm sorry. Your badge being out.
Yeah, you can't criticize him with that badge out.
You can. Yeah, your First Amendment right. You can say whatever you want to me.
Are you Mr. The Shield? And that's all I watched this week.
This week on Real Nerds, we saw Rambo: The Last Blood.
Wait. You're gonna fuck me over one more time by not reviewing Sulfur X?
That's true. I saw Solve for X, Brad's latest motion picture event
Fuck
good.
that
of
movie.
the season. No, don't fuck that movie.
No, fuck it, because the people at 48 Hour Film Festival didn't agree that's the best one. Granted, I haven't seen any of the other ones, but I know Brad's is the best one.
So yeah, no, I saw Solve for X, and it's interesting.
Oh,
Like, Brad's
it's interesting. That means he thinks it sucks, Brad.
no,
Interesting.
in the sense of like Brad's talked about how much he like saw over the years that I've known him, and he got to make a Saw movie, and it was fun. It's these people who live in a neighborhood get kidnapped, put in a garage, and the room's getting colder, and they have to figure out who would have put them in there, and it's very inventive, and with the way it uses the Saw format, I think it's one of the most impressively shot films
I think
you've
it's,
done.
I think it's your best shot 48 hour film.
Interesting.
Yeah, because JCVD DV don't count. In that
Yeah, your other
realm.
stuff doesn't count, but I mean in the time crunch,
Yeah,
I think it's your best looking one you made for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, it looks splendid. Alex had a line in it that I love, but I cannot remember it right now. But he had this like delivery at the.
Must not have loved it.
No, it was a good line. He just like
Not that good then.
Was
Like
it the
I'll
part
s-
where he goes out the door?
Yeah,
after
yeah,
she's
yeah,
on?
yeah. What's the line he says about Jesus or something like that? Like God.
No, that's Kendra's line because she's like,
No, Alex. I believe Alex. Well, you would know. You made it.
yeah.
But
No, Kendra says a thing about like cool white Christmas lights are like Jesus' heart.
yeah, that's right. Okay. But yeah, no. I liked it overall. Catastrophe's still my favorite of yours, but I think that this one is just as good as the ones that have been coming out over the past 2-3 years. So,
Thanks.
and I appreciated that you got to make quote unquote a horror movie, like or a horror-ish movie.
It's supposed to be a thriller, so
Yeah,
Yep. Same thing.
yeah, it can have horror elements to it.
What's thrilling to some people might be horrific to others.
Yeah, but overall, I would say that Oscar, you can make up where 48 Hour failed and give Brad an Academy Award. He won't show up because he doesn't like you, but give it to him anyway.
I don't need
And
your
accepting the
validation.
award on his behalf is
Oh my God, the Marlon Brando one.
Charlton Heston's corpse.
You can take this Oscar from my cold dead hands.
Brad made a movie.
I like your Charlton Heston. It's weird.
Well, thanks for reviewing it on the show. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Good job, Brad.
Thank you for reminding me because I would have forgotten.
Yeah.
I'm a jerk.
No, I am aware that it's probably not most people's, like, it is high quality, but it's probably doesn't connect with people a lot because we really kind of made it for ourselves. So you will only really appreciate it if you get all the references. And
I will bring that up though. The because I've been to the last couple of best of screenings where your films have shown, I didn't get all of them, but I managed to pick up on a few of them that used to be like whether it was like the name of the person or the occupation or the prop. So like that was fun. Me not remembering each one, I was a little confused at times, but like it didn't like interfere with my enjoyment of the product because
that's something I can't tell when I'm making it because like I know what everything is. I can't have that completely separated.
You know
experience.
what? The name of your one next year should be called Sell Out, and you should just make it what everybody wants to see.
Yeah, if we do it next year.
And then you'll be, the toast of the 40-hour film music. Oh, finally, you made one for everybody.
But that would be boring. Brad, do you?
Yeah. The challenge
No,
next year is do
fucking-
all the genres all at
Fucking
once.
sell out. I'm telling you, if you want to make it big, you sell out.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah. If we even do it next year, I don't know.
I don't know if you would, though. I think you'd
I'd
find a
sell
way to
out.
be an individual, though.
I would sell out. I've said it many times before.
Okay.
Maybe let's do whatever they assign us, and then in the background we'll just have all our merch.
Do it.
Like all the characters are wearing Real Nerds t-shirts. And
Do it.
They're carrying around Blu-rays and
If they ever,
pint glasses.
if I ever find a way to do a remake of House of Thousand Corpses, I'll put you to the test and cast you as Captain Spaulding.
Okay.
Yeah. You've got to commit to it.
We should just hire that guy who looks like him.
Yeah.
Oh God, that guy does look like him.
Yeah, just hire him.
Yeah.
He'll get a job. It's not like Sid Hay
Okay.
can play it anymore.
All right, take us back to the review.
Brad, should people see Rambo Last Blood?
I don't know. I didn't. I think you should see the last 10, 15 minutes of it. It's probably the most entertaining part. Everything before that, when you watch, if it's really Last Blood, it should be like a bookend to First Blood. And there's almost nothing really that relates to First Blood. Huh?
The
credits are animated in there. So, yeah, it's just kind of meh for me.
Zach?
I didn't see it.
Okay.
That's a first.
I think I liked it a little more than you did, Brad. I liked moments in it a lot. And I mean, the end was pretty fun. I know a lot of people were up in arms because they said it was super right-wing. I didn't get that from it.
It's highly negative in Mexico. Like, it's very one note.
Yeah, but I mean, you could also say that about like Sicario and stuff. But
yeah, I think they handle a little like more accurately, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it exists. I mean, there's a sweet fatality at the end, remind me of Mortal Kombat. But yeah, I mean, I think Stallone is really good in some parts in it too. So yeah, I mean, if you've seen the other ones, you might as well see this one. Here's a trailer for Last Blood.
You're dealing with an expert, with guns, with knives, with his bare hands. Rambo was the best.
I finally came home.
Uncle Dad!
To defend the only family I've ever known.
You must really want this girl?
All she's got is me. She's coming home. You started this. I'll end it. I'm gonna tear you apart. This is what it feels like.
In it, so Stallone has Rambo has retired to the farm that you see at the end of Rambo, correct?
Yep.
And
his dad's estate, I guess.
Yeah, so he's there and he has a lady who's a friend who helps him out, and she has a niece, or is it her granddaughter? Her granddaughter, Gabrielle.
Yeah, she hasn't seen that old, so.
Yeah.
But her granddaughter is like 18.
Yeah, something like yeah. She's on her way to college.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know who her father is, so she finds out from one of her friends who lives in Mexico that she found her father. And Rambo tells her not to go because that man's heart is black.
Yeah, and what frustrates me about that part of the story is that, as she's trying to convince her dad and her grandmother to let her go to Mexico to find this out, the scene is describing what a piece of shit he is, and the violence he incurred on both of them. And then his daughter's still well, I just need to know why.
Yeah.
That story right there is the explanation why.
Yeah, I also would chalk it up to someone being naive. And there's actually a couple great shots in it. The part where after they have that big fight and Rambo's messing around with the horses and she drives away waving at him, and I think he knows that she's going to go there. And he lets her.
I felt like he was just suspicious.
Yeah, but I think he kind of knew. I don't know. That's how I read it. He kind of knew, and
it's because they have that shot where it's later in the day and she's still not back. I think that's when he's like, "Oh shit, I trusted her too much."
Yeah, and so he goes to Mexico to. She goes to Mexico, meets her dad, and her dad is not a nice dude. Her friend sells her out to human sex trafficking. So Rambo goes down there to find her, and he gets almost killed. And so he's out for 4 days. By the time he figures out where she's at, he gets to her, and she ends up dying.
I know that surprised me.
That was really surprising.
We got all the way back to America with her, and she dies in the car, and you're just like, oh shit.
Yeah, and because that's what I mean. There's some great moments there too, because when I was watching, I'm like, maybe this is more serious than I thought it was going to be, because her dying. And, he comes back with her body, and he gets out of the truck, and he tells her grandmother to wait. You don't want to see this. And there's some great moments in there. And then when he goes back and he has that confrontation with the lady who helped him the first time, and he tells her why he has to take care of these guys, I think is really great.
And why she should help him.
Yeah. I think he's really great in that moment, and you know it's going to end.
And the calling card he leaves for the brother.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
and throwing that dude's decapitated head on the highway
as he's driving back. Yeah.
So yeah, I think I had more fun with it than you did. Yeah, I didn't really pick up the super right wing stuff in it. To me, it's just a revenge movie.
There was less than I expected, but
yeah, because it's only what 87 minutes. So yeah,
I think it's an hour and a half, but I didn't feel like it because I was on IMDb and I was like, each Rambo movie is almost the same length. It's crazy.
Yeah, because it moves quick.
Yeah,
because by the time he kills that brother and he sets up his home, it reminded me of actually the montage scene from First Blood 2, where he's like getting all suited up, but this one he's setting the traps for all of them.
Yeah, which he does a really elaborate thing in a short amount of time.
It reminded me, it became
for
like
a 70-year-old dude.
It became like a slasher film.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
But
some people didn't like it because I was reading reviews and they said it's just too gory. I'm like, meh. I liked it.
But it was like the most interesting part of the movie for me was like how creative they could get with those traps.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a lot of tunnels.
There was.
Let's assume that the last movie was actually like 10 years ago.
Because they even talked about, they even did, he's still suffering from PTSD.
Yeah, well, all of his life for sure.
Yeah. So they touch on that as well, and yeah.
But it would have been nice to like have something really connect to that first encounter with like in the Northwest, like maybe Teasel came back or something.
Yeah, because I always think about this too, because at the end of the day, so he leaves on a horse at the end, but he also left, 30, 40 dead bodies on his ranch.
Yeah.
Which, you could actually probably get away with it because they came to his home to kill him.
Yeah.
So he's just protecting himself. So
self-defense for sure.
Yeah, so, they were trying to kill him. And, yeah.
They drew last blood.
Yeah, they did. But then he, I say in the Mortal Kombat fatality because the setup, they did it so cleverly too. He's shooting his bow and arrow against these 4 cards that are against the barn door, and he ends up setting up that dude, and he cuts open his chest and rips out his still beating heart.
Yeah, that cartoonish.
Yeah. Like, oh, that's straight out of Mortal Kombat. That's awesome. Yeah. I had fun with it.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like going back to it, I just wish it was more personal. Like they invented these 2 characters to have meaning to him. We only get to know them for about 20 minutes. Maybe like, he went back to his dad's homestead. Like, I guess his dad would probably be dead given his age, but I just wish there was like someone else in his like immediate family.
Because there's also that actually is a really powerful scene too, where he went to the brothel, I guess, or I don't know what you'd call it, where all the girls were being sold to sex slaves, and he's beating the shit out of those dudes with a hammer. Yeah. And that one dude, he just hit in the fucking dick with it. And he's telling all the girls to run away, and they won't because they're victims. They've been traumatized. It's really...
Well, they think they're going to die if they leave.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really fascinating.
I was going to say...
Oh, and then the dude's collarbone when he like pulled it out and broke it.
Yep.
And they fucking showed. I was like, whoa.
But also, so the reporter apparently took that truck. What'd she do with that dude? Like, did he just get out and leave?
No, I think she was talking about his Rambo's truck.
Yeah, but Rambo
used the bad dude's truck.
Oh.
Because remember, he like knocked him out and left him on the street.
Gotcha. But still, like, where'd that guy go?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably killed him.
Hospital? Or,
yeah.
I don't know. But I also thought, too, like, when he got back to the States, like, I thought the grandmother was going to be, like, dead in the house.
Yeah.
So it'd be, like, even more incentive for him to get mad. But, yeah. But, yeah, that's about it. Like, it's not a deep movie.
No, he goes there, kills people, and
also,
comes
I thought the
people.
last, like, sign-off monologue was a little kind of cheesy.
It was. I think it would have been more powerful if there was no dialogue and he just sat and started rocking on the chair.
Yeah.
Because, and then they did the montage at the end of all the Rambo films. And, that'd have been a nice way. He just sits there and rocks back and forth and then end it.
And let people decide if he died or not.
Yeah.
But now it's clearly, like, still open for another sequel.
But he's good in it.
Yeah.
Yep. That's Rambo. Next week on Real Nerds, we're doing 2009 Film Explosion, which some of us are redoing. I don't remember my Film Explosion from 2009. I remember some of them. Mine's definitely changed.
I found my old list from when I was in film school, and that sucker's got to change now.
Well, you better tell us what it was before you change it, because we want to know.
Oh,
we gotta make a comparison.
I thought I didn't send it to you in the text thread.
So.
Oh, I got to do that. It's pretty fun because I don't know how to write "where the damn."
Interesting fact: the original 2009 is kind of the first origin of the podcast.
It is.
While not an official Real Nerds.
Is that one
show.
lost in time?
No, it's on. Maybe I'll post it. It's a Nebcast one.
Yeah, no,
so.
I didn't know because you lost the hard drive with all the stuff on it.
No, the Nebcast stuff that was separate.
Okay.
Yeah, that in 2010 are two pre-Real Nerds film explosions that.
So once you reach back around to the origin point, what happens? Do I disappear? Like, does Henry disappear?
Yeah, time folds in on itself.
Yeah,
You guys
exactly.
Are erased.
Well, it's 10 years ago, so you're what, like 12?
And no, I was 18 in 2009.
So technically, it is our first 2009 film explosions.
Yep. It'll be fun.
And they will be rewritten a little bit for me.
Thanks for listening.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Corinne, you're still wrong about horror movies. Thank you for listening to this episode of Real Nerds Podcast. Real Nerds Podcast is a production of Nebulous Visions Multimedia. Thank you to Sparks Mandrill and Plan 9 Studios for our kick-ass theme song. Also, if you're in the Denver area and you're looking for a cool place to see movies, we see them at the Alamo Draft House in Littleton and now also in Sloan's Lake. Thank you to Colorado Coins, Cards, and Comics for supplying us with all our comic needs, especially you, Andrew. You know who you are. And a big shout out to James's mom. I'm giving you an electronic hug that you can feel through the airwaves. Thanks for listening, and have a nice day.